How this year has been is one is there have been very ups and downs, but I think one thing that has kept on bothering me this year has been the way media communicates how news are covered and what kind of news, and are they even the kind of news that they should be covered. There has been throughout the year many incidents. I mean, every time you open your phone or your television or your laptop, you see some form of discrimination, some form of hate, and hate that's magnanimous. That's not a word we should be using in the context of hate, but violent forms of hate. And you see that almost every day. And this is the kind of news that has been communicated throughout the year. Many questions. How are these news communicated is one, and some of them are even communicated without any ethical concerns in mind. There are so many things that happen in India. Do they all get communicated? What makes it to the news, to the media, and how the media is also being silent conveniently on particular issues. So, when this amount of hate gets communicated, what message does it gives to people? Some, for many, it strengthens their own hate. They justify this form of hate crime and hate atrocities. And it feels, I mean, I feel extremely painful every time that when I see this, because all that comes to my mind is this is not my India. This is not the India I grew up with. And that is drastically changing. What you feel sad about is people, and even a lot of them educated, participating or justifying it. And that is what you feel sad about. Often, short video clips of 1 minute or 30 seconds are blown out of proportion, out of context. That's one. And sometimes you show there are, you see horrible videos, and people don't feel horrible about it. Some of them even justify it. And then you question what has happened to the human race, to the Indian civilization. What makes people cool about all this? Are they not able to use anymore their brains, their thinking powers? Or are our thinking power just doused by the propaganda of the films that we have been made to consume? So, this is, I think, every day, right from issues of the external issues, right from issues of countries around us to issues within this country. You read them, and I'm going to bring George Simmel over here into this thought and his essay Metropolis and the Mental Life. A lot of people don't feel anything. It's like everyday thing. After reading it every day, it becomes normal, and that is what is Simel's essay, Metropolis and the Mental Life, all about when you see it every day, every day, every day, you become numb to it. As humans, this is something for us to question. How can we become numb? And then, the moment you become numb, how do you qualify then as a human being? What makes you a human being? If you are unable to feel the hurt of the other, the pain and the violence that you see, if you're unable to see it, then how different are you from a rock, a stone? And this year, I think, has been that year. It's been increasing every year. But this is something that has bothered me throughout the year, which is the amount of hate, crime, atrocities, discrimination. And initially, I think, or maybe a few years back, we knew few forms of discrimination. Now we know so many, and the scale has become huge. So, what is the responsibility of an individual in this? What is the institutional responsibility? Do we anymore have institutional responsibility? Because sometimes we are also seeing institutions participating in it. So, this is something that has affected me the most. And then there is, of course, hope. But that hope comes from a few citizens and a few people and a few artists, a few films, a few books. And it is these few books and films and people whose hope keep the world alive, who spread that love and that hope and togetherness amidst this discriminating violence. But isn't that what we need more? So I hope the next year we have far more aware people, media institutions, media, careful use of technology, because this is all that I'm talking is about media communication language and how this language has become a language of hate is something that has affected me throughout the year because it's percolated into people's communication now. It's been a language that people today also speak, and we certainly don't need that if we want to not lose the beauty of our plural India. Yeah. So wish 2006 brings to us more awareness, more consciousness, more understanding, more empathy, uh, certainly togetherness, and celebrating diversity, which makes India beautiful.